Hi there, I'm Simon Cantan,
And I'm Dave Higgins.
and we're going to write an outline now for episode 6 of Greenstar. We're just going to motor on with that since we have limited time. In episode 5, we just had that Josie and the Greenstar captured Vesta and the Special in this kind of dock thing in a shipyard in space. So we've then got to kind of work out the negotiations and things like that. So I'm just going to share the Scrivener document. So let's see. I should take a copy of this and put it in here. So Vesta, so they've just captured the Special, so Vesta's captured. Vesta and Josie are sitting on opposite sides of the conference table from Josie's point of view. Josie explains that the energy thieves are moving towards human space. Josie asks what she wants them to do about it. Vesta says she only wants them to give her ship back to allow her to fight the energy thieves. Josie points out that she already tried that and failed. Vesta pauses, then asks what Josie would do. So Vesta has kind of, as it's developed, really hates Josie because she's standing in the way of what Vesta wants. But I'm guessing that in this case, Vesta's saying she just wants to fight the energy thieves, but really she'll just turn on Josie if she gets a chance. Josie isn't sure. She asks the Lattice, who seem to be more advanced than humans in some ways. The Lattice say they couldn't agree with fighting the aliens because they're pacifists, which kind of, I don't know if you've read episode 5 yet, Dave, have you?
Yeah, I read through it when you sent it. I haven't started tweaking, but
No, just so you know kind of what's...
I've read it. I've given it the initial read through to see what's in there.
So the Lattice kind of showed already that they're really pacifistic. They use pacifist techniques on aliens and stuff like that, so we already know that. So Josie would kind of know this, so we might have to adapt it a little bit. So we already explained like that they're pacifists, but they do agree to help with the defense of human systems. Lattice offered to teach the humans about their drive technology, which use green burstium. It's far more efficient than blue streakium and can cover hyperspace distances, not instantaneously because it's already instantaneous, but like without, and there's no more waiting around in hyperspace. So they kind of, I guess, if the blue streakium is that they go into hyperspace and then travel across hyperspace and then exit. The green burstium is that they fold hyperspace in a way so they're instantaneously coming out somewhere else for the same cost of fuel, no matter where it is in real space. That makes sense?
Yeah.
There's a debate among the Greenstar crew. If they keep the green burstium to themselves, they never need to worry about getting away again. Like they could travel the other side of the known universe if they want. After much debate, they realize they can't condemn humanity to disaster if they have the solution in their hands. They tell Vesta. Vesta doesn't trust them and thinks it's probably a trap, but oddly confirms the technology looks like it'll work. They transmit the information to BS Central. I'm wondering about that. So Vesta has now basically pulled the plug on her connection with the Central Command. They said you're relieved of command, and she said screw you guys.
It seems more like Vesta's I'm going to prove I'm bestest strategy, that she'd take the technology and then she'd come crusading back and win. And then after she's won, tell them the only way you can avoid embarrassment is to claim that this was your plan all along, and I was being secretive to stop someone else finding out what was going on or whatever.
Yeah. So Vesta says, I guess she talks oddly. Maybe she talks to Julian would make more. That they need a victory. Like she needs someone to talk to, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe Vesta confesses.
Yeah.
That was improved the hunt, I guess. Julian's convinced to help her, I guess.
Yeah.
Like Julian doesn't strike me as someone who will just go along with whatever Vesta says.
No, he has successfully in the past changed her actions, so he's definitely not a yes man.
But like, what would he? So he's second in command on this ship.
Yeah.
So either this gives him a way to get his own captaincy, because at the moment he's stuck on a dead-end assignment as well.
Yeah, being second in command on a ship that embarrasses the entire fleet is worse than being captain, really. At least if you're captain, you're in charge. Yeah.
So, okay. I don't know how to spell embarrassment.
Yeah. I don't think spelling mistakes in an outline that's like 3 or 4 drafts away from actually being a thing we ever show to the world is that much of a problem.
No, but I would like it that I don't get red lines when I'm typing.
I know what you mean. I'm just sort of thinking that potentially just right-click spell check rather than trying to work it out.
Yeah. Okay. So Julian says he can put her in the brig. Vesta says being second in command on the embarrassment of the fleet is worse than being captain. This is his way to being captain of a fleet ship. Julian's convinced to help her.
That makes sense.
Meanwhile, on the Greenstar, Elijah says that the green burstium looks like it'll work, but they need to alter the ship to use it. The only way to do that will be to dock at a human shipyard or have the specials crew help with the change. I guess because the Lattice don't have enough knowledge of human ships, something like that.
Yeah.
Like they've helped with putting on hull plates, but that's just welding stuff in place. That's not a complicated thing.
The hull plates were tricky for them because they didn't have the technology. So if they don't really understand metal plating, then the pressure and energy requirements of using metal as opposed to crystal to direct kinetic energy is presumably green burstium is going to be burning under pressure or intense heat or whatever.
We haven't shown the blue streakium engine room. We've shown the red flashium engine room.
Yeah, the red flashing engine room, giant glass balls and like Tesla emitter things. Yeah. So blue streak. I don't know.
So potentially we could say that it has to be done. So if we said that red flashium is the blue, is the glass balls with the Tesla things. Blue streakium, maybe is like the engine room of a submarine or something like that with the big pistons and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see.
It's at this point, all of those people who've written the 7th series of a television show that wasn't utterly terrible gain my immense respect, because the amount of stuff we're discovering halfway through season 2 that we now need to sort out.
Yeah.
It's like sort of, if you come in on season 5 of a series and they go, okay, have some ideas.
Yeah. I saw it was a good thing on the behind the scenes from Firefly where they said that there's a part of the bridge on the Firefly on Serenity where they don't show it on the camera ever, and that's their get out of jail free card. That essentially there's a piece of equipment there they're going to need in season 5 that they're just going to make up, but they don't ever show it.
I suppose in a way, us having like episode 6 of season 1, say there are 100 decks, most of which the crew of the Greenstar never use, gives us the same kind of wriggle room in a way.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I mean, we've used maybe 12 decks now or something. So we've got another 88 to go. So the green burstium, so what kind of thing would that do?
That's the thing. It's effectively sort of subspace stroke warp transit still. So,
But it's like it folds things in, like it folds hyperspace.
Yeah, so it was
So if we had something that does folding, is there like a, hang on, I'm going to do a little search. If there's like an industrial folding machine or something.
Well, there are like industrial metal presses that fold and refold.
What about a Corby trouser press? So it's like a giant Corby trouser press.
Yeah. So sort of every time the engine fires, sort of these 2 panels press the green burstium together, and there's a jet of steam.
And there's a little timer on it that ticks down and then goes ping.
Yeah. Yes, so if it's sort of if there's a timer on the green burstium engine, then that means we still don't have the arrive. Oh no, there's a problem. Jump somewhere half a galaxy away and go, well, they'll never find us now.
Well, I was thinking like it's so some robotic arm or something puts the green burstium into the trouser press.
Yeah.
The 2 panels compress. There's a jet of steam comes out. A small timer counts down 30 seconds and then goes ping, and they're suddenly in the new place.
Yeah.
So then instead of 57 minutes with blue streakium,
Yeah, 30 seconds. Yeah.
they're there in 30 seconds.
Plus human reaction time.
Yeah. So
that works.
And maybe the timer can't be set by topic other than through the robots. means that if he's no blue streakium, and he's and the red flashium's presumably not hooked up or whatever.
I'd imagine they disconnect that.
So that means that he has to have someone there to set the timer. Otherwise, it won't work, which means then we've kind of got something to go with for topic there, because he can't just kill off the crew anymore because he has to have at least one person alive to work the timer.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay, so they have to debate whether they can trust the specials crew to do the fixes. Josie says they're free and clear, but they'll never be able to see human space again. So they could take the blue streakium and just leave.
Yeah.
They're free and clear, but they never see human space again. This is their chance to redeem themselves. If they save human space, obviously, they should be okay. Crew say they've already tried that in saving the Earth, and now they're pariahs. Josie doesn't have a good argument for that. Raina says that even if they end up in a cell, would they be happy living life with just themselves? Are they happy spending the rest of their days with Paul? The crew all agree to join the special, or trust the special.
Yeah.
Elijah says he might have a plan to stop the energy thieves. They now have better drive tech thanks to the lattice. Maybe they could get the best technology from all alien races. So then, Vesta and Josie sit on opposite sides of the conference table from Vesta's point of view. Josie explains they're willing to help save humanity. Vesta asks if it's going to be like the last time. Josie said that they saved the Earth. Vesta says by destroying it. Josie asks whether Vesta would kill the Greenstar if it meant humanity was doomed. Vesta narrows her eyes, but realizes that saving the entire human race would rank higher than blowing up the Greenstar. Which makes sense, I think.
Yeah. That's good.
Josie says that they have a plan, but they need to do it. They need green burstium modifications to the Greenstar, and the special engineers are the only ones that can do it. Vesta agrees at once. Josie says that sabotaging the Greenstar would be just as detrimental to the plan. Vesta doubts Josie has a plan. I wonder if she would, because she's got respect for Josie at this stage now.
It's Topic who thinks that Josie's mostly defeating him by luck because he's got this immense ego, so he can't believe she's actually intending to overthrow his plans. Vesta thinks Josie's a threat because Josie's devious and cunning and so on. So
So what the plan is?
Yeah.
Vesta could want to know what the plan is, because then she can shoot the Greenstar, and then just execute the plan on her own.
Yeah.
So that would make that makes more sense. And then Josie asks if that's likely when she's outmaneuvered Vesta at every step. That stings Vesta.
Yeah, that doesn't quite fit.
For
that fitted with Vesta wanting to know if she even had a plan.
Yeah, but
I don't know. Then Josie asks Vesta if that's likely.
But see, so Vesta knows.
Yeah.
That Josie has a plan, but she's trying to figure out what it is. So she says, "Do you even have a plan?" But she knows that Josie has a plan. So she's still saying it.
I see. Yeah, that was just that you changed it to Vesta wants to know what the plan is from just Vesta asking if there even is a plan. But yeah, if she's still asking, but her motivation for asking is different, then that works. Yeah, cool.
So Josie then asks if that likely when she's outmaneuvered Vesta at every step. That stings. But Vesta says the only way she'll help the Greenstar. She'll help is if the Greenstar and the special both save humanity. Josie agrees.
Yeah.
I thought all along because 2 ships is better than 1 anyway.
Yeah, because Josie's not a power crazed maniac.
Yeah. So now the UFS has a second ship.
That's a low blow.
So Vesta asks Audley to install the modifications and set up a trigger for a trap or whatever.
Yeah.
Audley agrees. Audley works with Elijah and the engineers to do the modifications. Both ships jump to the Calamari homeworld. Vesta asks what they're doing there. Josie says they're going to negotiate. Josie and Vesta negotiate with the Calamari. The Calamari want weapons for shields.
Mm-hmm.
Josie hands over the social conscience ray plans, not the actual thing itself.
Yeah.
But the Calamari renege on their plans, on their thing. Vesta forces them to reveal it by force. That's kind of vague at the moment. Like, I think what would be good is, so Josie tries her approach, which is to negotiate, and the Calamari agree, and then the Calamari say, okay, we've got the ray now, thanks very much, but we're not giving you the shields. And then Vesta uses her approach, which is to go in with guns blazing.
Yeah.
So maybe actually earlier on, if Elijah and Audley are working together with the engineers to do the modifications, and Elijah shows Audley the social conscience ray.
Yeah.
Audley's like a whiz with this kind of stuff.
Yeah, so she could tweak actual proper weapons to work better against shields, maybe.
Oh, I was thinking actually that she creates like a, so you know in Ender's Game the what's it called, the planet-changing device. But if
it's been a long time. I can remember the basic plot.
So this is a major spoiler for Ender's Game. So anyone who's watching, if you haven't seen read Ender's Game or seen the movie, then probably skip ahead a few minutes. So in Ender's Game, there's a weapon where it makes every molecule that's touching another molecule like disintegrate or whatever into its component atoms.
Yeah.
And they use the bomb on a planet, which then destroys all life on this planet.
Yeah.
So if Audley had made a social conscience bomb that would go down and change all of the Calamari into friendly idiots, that would then mean that the Calamari, it's basically a doomsday thing. Like that it's going to... Oh, I just thought of something else.
I've got a crazy plan.
Sure.
You know that between original series Star Trek and Next Generation Star Trek, the Klingons all gain the forehead ridges.
Yeah.
Something happened and they never speak of it. What if the social conscience ray bomb isn't permanent? It changes them, but the entire race at once being made peaceful and responsible changes their genetics for an entire generation. So they return sort of as a threat later, but instead of being the Calamari we know, they're different in some way. Because otherwise we're taking out an entire species and kind of knackering the fact that we set up a Delphin Calamari alliance a couple of episodes ago. Because
my plan, my idea now would be a slightly different variation. So say Vesta says, our engineer here has been talking with Elijah on the Greenstar and has the social conscience ray plans, and we've had them for a few days now, so we've made our own variation, and she reveals something that looks like a bomb and says, if you don't hand over the plans for your shields, we're going to send this down to your planet and it will make everyone on your planet be socially conscious. But then, like, so they calamari go, okay, here's the shields. And then they're flying away, and Josie goes, really, like, that's a terrible thing. You would have wiped out a whole species. And Vesta goes, no, I actually learned something from you. I was bluffing. It doesn't do anything at all.
Yeah.
So Josie then gets like a new respect for Vesta because she goes, okay, maybe she is learning from me. Is that
Yeah, that's funny.
so then I think that's kind of a decent end to the episode.
Yeah.
Like to end on a kind of a twist. Rather than
Yeah.
like we don't really need to show them installing the shields, who cares?
Yeah, shields is, well, there will be hopefully a small proportion of our audience who love the technology that we're creating, so we're really interested in that. But I suspect most people aren't that interested in the minutiae of space engineering.
Well, I mean, the next episode can start with them installing the shields as they're coming to the next planet.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that not necessarily. We could have them say they install the shields. Potentially, if we come up with a funny obstacle, installing the shields could be trickier than it has to be. Whereas we don't necessarily need to insert what would effectively be a chunk of hard sci-fi.
Oh yeah, no. So
and so on.
what I was thinking was that the first paragraph says they switch on the new shields and they flicker for a second, and then Josie says to Vesta, "Do these really work?" And Vesta opens fire on the Greenstar, and the shields protect them. And Josie goes, "Are you sure that they worked?" No, but you know, nothing to lose. Something like that.
Yeah, I know. Potentially, if Josie doesn't ask Vesta to test the shields, if they finish installing the shields and Vesta opens fire, and Josie goes, "What the hell are you doing?" Like, even if the shields did work, how do you know we had them switched on? And Vesta goes, "Well, not switching the shields on straight away would have been stupid. So I just assumed."
Yeah.
So, yeah, right. And all the audience know that, well, either way, she's just sort of taken the opportunity.
What's up in the next episode? Oh, okay. Next episode is where it's the brain interface thingy, where they can all read each other's minds. So that'll be good. So then I think we've kind of got it into a fairly settled place then for the next three episodes, whenever it is, 2, I think.
Yeah.
Where Vesta and Jose are at odds, but willing to work together in order to save mankind.
Yeah, so it takes us away from the effectively extended chase scene into something else. So now we've got a fragile alliance, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Something has just struck me. If Elijah has showed Oddly how the social conscience ray works, and Oddly is brilliant, that means potentially she could reverse engineer some way of dealing with it. Because at the moment, home system is under a giant thing powered by the sun, and no one can get close enough to switch it off. Because when you get close enough, you realize suddenly that turning off the social conscience ray will be terrible because people wouldn't be so socially conscious anymore, and you just can't handle the idea. But if Oddly comes up with a way of getting round that, potentially we could, at some point in the future, if we wanted to, get rid of the giant social conscience bubble over Earth.
That would be so what I'm thinking is, for this end of the season, after they've dealt with the energy thieves and whatever, that Oddly reveals that she's made this suit that's immune to the social conscience ray.
Yeah.
And Vesta says, well, I'm going to go turn it off and be hero for mankind. And Josie says, well, you'd never have done it without our technology. And they're arguing back and forth, and then like someone says, oh, a shuttle just left the Greenstar. And Paul goes and turns off the social conscience ray, and then gets lauded as the hero of mankind, and everyone
that would work, because Paul, if asked, would go, well, Josie took over, and then the Greenstar did all these bad things. When I was in charge of the Greenstar, I never flooded the entirety of the home system with mind control rays. But I didn't lead large numbers of Burger Supreme ships into an ambush and so on. But yeah. Yeah, that could be quite funny.
Good. So then, yeah, okay. I think that works. Final joke, and then after that, Connor says he's found Seth. So that kind of sets us up for season 3.
Yeah.
Grant, I think that's a good plan then for episode 6.
Yeah. Shiny.
Racing through it. Halfway through already.
Yeah.
Grant, so that's the end of our outline, so I'm going to stop the broadcast there. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.